in this quick video guide, we're gonna work with the Boolean modifier in Blender. I'm just gonna change quickly the language here. So interface, English, and there you go. So Booleans are used to cut through an object or add pieces to an object. So we need at least two objects to work with the Boolean. Now we need a base object, which is going to be the standard cube here in Blender. And then we can move here on the right side and we can select this little icon here and this little wrench icon and add modifier. Now this is the new panel, so you can either search, so I'm gonna search for bool, and there you go, boolean, or you can also, if you want, you can delete a modifier by pressing on the X, or you can go here to generate and select boolean from the list. Now there are three types of booleans: intersection, union, and difference, but we need another object as is stated here. And you have two types of operands. So one is the object and one is the collection. So collection is for multiple booleans, object if we want to do just one, but also you can add more objects together. So I'm going to show you everything in just a second. So the quickest thing I will do here is go here to add a new object, and I'm going to add a cylinder. I'm going to click and drag here, and I'm gonna with the left mouse, I'm gonna extrude it, and I'm gonna push it now with the move tool inside. Now if you're having problems with these basic operations, you can check the Blender video course or other courses and video guides in the channel explaining the basic stuff. But right now I'm just gonna go quick. So I'm gonna put this inside, or the important thing is that they match in a way, they overlap in some way. So you need two objects that are not separated. They need to be really close together like this, or overlapping. Okay, now let's go back to the initial object, which is going to be our base object, our cube. And then here we already have difference. So if we click on this little eyedropper, we can now select the other object, which is the cylinder. Now the Boolean is done, but it's not visible. So be careful here. What you need to do is go here and deactivate the visibility of the cylinder. So here in the hierarchy panel, if we deactivate the cylinder visibility, we can now see the Boolean. Now, why do we want to do that? Why is this, could this be useful? Well, if you go here on the view and you open up the sidebar with a little arrow, or you press the N key on the keyboard, you can find the item. And if you select the cylinder, you can see it's still selectable even though it's not visible. And if you start to move it, you can do different types of Boolean. You can see here I'm not cutting through all the way, but I am like doing a relief or a little carving on the surface. And you can also change the position on the other axis, X, Y, Z, and also the rotation. So if you rotate, you have different results. So everything is happening real time. So it can be really helpful to decide how you want to put these cuts. And also you can resize on all the axes or change directly the dimensions of that cylinder. And this is the simple Boolean with one object. Now you can also do union, which is gonna melt everything together, fuse everything together. We can see it here on the X-ray visualization. Or you can do intersect. Now intersect is going to be the part that it will be in common between the two, the part that is shared. So let's use difference. Now if I want to move this object around, you can see that even though I apply the Boolean, well, if I move it, it's going to be again a real-time operation and the cylinder stays there. So I either move it together, the cube and the cylinder, or I can just apply the modifier here. So, or Control A. So if you apply, then you can move it around, and it's gonna, you will not be able to go back to the cylinder now. You just, fix that. Now let's create another cube. And I'm gonna create more cylinders. So not just one, but I'm gonna create many. Okay, so just create like this, or you can copy and paste or you can use the array. You can also go in the various direction, but just gonna go quick here and create these 4 holes. Now I'm gonna push this so we can see them. So now we should see 4 holes. But to do this, I need to add the Boolean first time, the first object, and then turn off that object to see the operation. There you go. And then for the next one, I need to do another Boolean. So for each object, I can create a new Boolean. So let's go here, cylinder 001, and be careful here what you are selecting. So cylinder 002, let's go for this other one with cylinder 004. Okay, now we can see the other hole. But this is kind of a long process and could get messy. So the other way we can do this, let me delete the operand from here. And let's turn on again all the others. Well, I don't need this one here. So one way we can do this is join everything together. So right click and join. Control J. If you don't see it here, you can join them together by doing Control J. And now they're supposed to be together. Let me see. Okay, right click, join, or Control J. Don't know why it didn't appear before. And once you do this, this is gonna be considered as a single object. So if we go here, click and select this, let's turn it off. In the visibility, you can see we created the holes. Now we can move all the holes together here, but we cannot move them separately. So to do this, we need to do another thing. Let me go back, Control Z to go back, or edit, undo, Control Z. So another option is, well, actually, let's go even more in the past. There you go. So another way we can do this is create a collection. So right click and do new collection, and this will create this. So let's click and drag this inside this new collection. Okay, so we can call this multiple Boolean. Okay, and now let's select the object again. And this time, instead of using the operand time object, we can use the collection. And we can click here and select the collection we just created or another one. Okay, so now it's done. We just need to turn off the collection, and now you can see that the Boolean is visible. So you can do this many different ways, the one that you like. Remember to apply once you're finished. Now this will be all for this guide. I hope you enjoyed. It was a really simple video guide, but you can also check our other video guides on Blender and other courses on Blender in the channel. You can also see other 3D software and for modeling and for rendering. So that's all. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel to stay updated. Join the channel to support us and thank us. And see you in the next video.